them landed in the food dish. Grab the feathers, give them to the turkey. 2 pink feathers. I see yellow feathers. The red feathers are in the strawberry. Here you go. A little dance. Colorful again. She's too warm. Take it off. Oh no, look out. Turkey, lift it up there. That looks really yummy. It's not a turkey. So much food. Hi everyone. We have a brand new story for you and it's called Feathery Feast. Everything has been illustrated and created by Go-Go Speech. This one features a colorful turkey who loses all of her beautiful feathers on a windy day, and we have to help her get them back at a big forest feast where they landed. There are so many different woodland animals and different food dishes in this one, and it has a snowy scene, so it's perfect to use all winter. You can definitely use it before and after Thanksgiving, but you can use it at any point throughout the year because the storyline is not holiday specific. This is a one resource activity that you can use with all of your kids by adjusting your presentation of it to target their goals. Like our other activities, you can use this resource as a tool to work on a wide range of speech and language skills. You can pick some repetitive phrases and verbal routines to use throughout that include target sounds and language goals to get lots of trials in. So I'm just going to quickly go through to show you what it looks like and provide you with some ideas on how you can use it in your sessions. We're going to start off by opening the magic doors to an empty, snowy scene. Open. I don't see anything. What is that? So you can see if your kids can guess what it is. It's peeking behind the snowbank. It's a turkey. So you can give the turkey a name that includes your child's speech sounds if they're working on sounds, or you can just use the name Mr. Turkey or Miss Turkey. I'm going to call her Miss Turkey for this demo. You can greet Miss Turkey and discuss what she looks like. You can talk about the scene and how it looks pretty cold outside. The turkey's feathers must be keeping her warm. The wind? Oh no! What's happening? Uh-oh. So all of the feathers blow away and the turkey starts to shiver. Oh no. You see something falling from the sky? Whoa, a bag. So when the bag lands on the ground, you can have the kids guess what's in the bag and then help them grab the items and give them to the turkey. You can pretend to reach into the bag to grab the items. You can prompt your kids to use certain language to tell you what to do. Grab the stuff, give it to the turkey, or here you go, turkey. She's nice and warm now. We gave her a scarf and we gave her fuzzy socks or slippers or boots, shoes, whatever you want to say, depending on what you're working on. There's something else in the bag. Grab the binoculars. Here you go. The turkey wants to look for her feathers. Let's see if we can find them. I wonder if they're going to be flying in the air. Let's see. Whoa, I see them. They're flying all the way over to that big dinner table. It looks like a bunch of animals are about to eat a big feast. The turkey wants to go check it out. Should we go too? Let's go. And you can say, chase the feathers or follow the feathers. So the turkey walks through the snow toward the feast. I see the animals. I see footprints in the snow. I wonder where those feathers are going. Keep going. Go fast. We made it. I wonder where those feathers went. Look at all the animals here. And you and your kids can describe the whole scene. I wonder what kind of food is on the table. Should we check it out? Go closer. Whoa, we're at the table. So you can let the kids point out that the feathers landed in the food dish. We found some feathers. I hope we can find the rest of them and give them back to Miss Turkey. So you're going to go to each food dish to collect more feathers and give them back to the turkey. They landed in the dish full of broccoli and cucumber. Grab the feathers, give them to the turkey. Here you go, Miss Turkey. You can greet each of the animals sitting at the table as we see them. Hi, beaver. You can give them names with their sounds if you want. So at each of the food dishes, you can address the colors of the feathers each time, and you can formulate some nice sentences. 2 pink feathers landed in the bowl. I see yellow feathers in the mashed potatoes. The red feathers are in the strawberry dish. If your child's working on L and vocalic R, then you can prompt them to say light and dark each time that they talk about the colors of the feathers. We found a light red feather and a dark red feather. So we'll grab the feathers, give it to the turkey. She's getting so many pretty colors back. So each time that you're ready to move down the table a little bit more, you can use the same phrase each time with your kids, like, let's see what's next, or check out the rest of the food. Go, 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 Miss Turkey. Find more feathers. So for each of the food dishes, you are going to repeat the same sequence. So make sure that you fit in some some good verbal routines and repetitive language that addresses the child's targets to get lots of trials in. And that sequence includes identifying the colors of the feathers that landed in the dish. You're going to identify the food item, identify the animal that's sitting at the table. You're going to grab the feathers out of the dish, give it to the turkey. So you're going to do that whole sequence with each food dish and get a lot of repetition in. Make sure you're spending time at each food dish describing what it looks like. For each one, you can discuss if it's something that you like to eat, or if it's something you've tried or haven't tried before, or maybe it's something that you would not want to eat. So we have cucumbers and broccoli, we have wild mushrooms, we have mashed potatoes, strawberries, toast with jelly or jam, blueberries, salad, worms, pumpkin pie, grapes, spicy peppers, and fish. So some of these food items are really silly, like the pink mushrooms, the slimy worms, the raw fish, the spicy hot peppers. So you can have fun with it and ask the child if they would eat that if it was on their dinner table. You can compare the food items from this feast to their own Thanksgiving dinner or other dinner dishes that they may have had for a certain holiday or gathering. We didn't have worms on our dinner table either, but we did have mashed potatoes and pumpkin pie. So all of the animals featured in this story include the turkey, of course, a beaver, a moose, a bunny or a rabbit, a deer, a brown bear, a stinky skunk, a red bird or a cardinal, a raccoon, a hedgehog, a fox, and our little chipmunk. I see blue feathers in the fish. Grab the blue feathers, give them to the turkey. Here you go. Yay, we got all the feathers back. So when you get to the end of the table, Miss Turkey will do a little dance because she has all of her feathers back. And you can do this by going back and forth between these two slides here. She is so colorful again. Oh no, she's starting to sweat. I wonder why she's sweating. Maybe she's too warm. So you can see if your kids can figure out that she's too warm because she has her feathers back now, and the feathers help her stay warm. So she doesn't need the scarf and the fuzzy slippers anymore, huh? So you can prompt your kids to help the turkey by saying, take off the scarf, take off the shoes, or whatever you want to say there. Take it off. Phew. I bet she feels much better now. Wait, where did that chipmunk go? Wasn't it right there? What? Oh no! What do the animals want to do? So you can see if your kids can figure out that the animals just realized that this is a turkey. I guess the brown scarf was hiding her turkey beak and the brown boots were hiding her turkey feet. I think they want to add this turkey to their big dinner. Uh-oh. So now the turkey is going to try to get away from them, and you can have your kids say, look out, Miss Turkey. Ah, oh no, look out! Ah, oh no! Whoa, where'd she go? The animals all look so surprised and confused. What is it? The turkey? And you can be silly with this and say, I don't know. I don't think that's really the turkey. I think that's just the chef delivering another dish to the table. I wonder what kind of food it is. The chef is gone. It looks like the bear wants to see what's under the cover. And you can prompt your kids to help him. Lift it up, bear. Let's see. Grab the cover. Move it. Push. The turkey dinner. That looks really yummy. I think the moose wants the first bite. Go ahead, moose. Wait a second. That is not a turkey dinner. It's the winter clothing that the turkey was wearing and the binoculars. That sneaky turkey. Whoa, I wonder if the beaver wants to take a look in those binoculars. Can you find the turkey? What do you see? Oh no! Did you see that? The colorful turkey popped over the snowbank and got away. You can talk about how the turkey escaped and pulled a trick on the other animals. You can have the kids discuss if they're happy that the turkey got away. You can think about where the turkey might be going. I am so glad she's safe from those hungry, hungry animals. Then the scene turns over to the beaver shrugging his shoulders after seeing that the turkey got away. Oh well. And then the final scene shows the whole group of hungry animals chomping down on all the food from the table. So you can stay on this scene for a while to describe everything that's happening, and there's a lot to talk about here. There is so much food. I guess they didn't need that turkey after all. You can talk about which characters are eating which food items and some of the silly things that are happening. You can talk about which food item you would want to eat first if you were at the table with them. And that's the end of the story. If you're signed up as a GoGo member, you will also get access to some different printable PDFs that go along with this activity. These printable PDFs can be used in your in-person therapy or emailed over to the parents to be used at home during your virtual sessions. So GoGo members will get a turkey feather coloring page, and you can have your kids color in the turkey feathers each time you find them in the story. GoGo members will also get printables of each of the animal characters from the story and each of the food dishes that we see, including a dinner table scene that the kids can glue them to as an optional additional activity. The last printable resource includes all of the colorful turkey feathers as well as a turkey that you can attach them to. So you can cut out all the pieces here, and the feathers can be glued to the back of the turkey to complete it. There are several different things you can do with all of these printables, depending on the kids that you're working with and what motivates them and the different goals that you're addressing. You can make sentences as you add them to a dinner scene. You can put target words behind each of the assets and have the child complete the words before gluing those things on. You can have the child pick a food dish to glue to each of the characters based on what they think that animal would like the best. You can give the child 2 different food items or 2 different animals to work on comparing and contrasting. And there are probably a million other things that you can do with these visuals depending on what you're working on with your kids. So that's it for this one. I hope you guys have a blast with it in your sessions, and I will see you all next time. Bye!